I'll have you hit the record button. Thank you very much. And please just keep letting people in the room as you see them. Everybody ready to have some fun? Of course you are. Smiling faces. All right. Hi, welcome everyone to Around the Space Coast in 60 Minutes, Get Outdoors Edition. My name is Jennifer Sugarman. I'm the president and CEO of the Cocoa Beach Regional Chamber of Commerce. And I'd like to be the first to welcome you if this is your first time to this online virtual experience. It is an experience. So before I start the PowerPoint, start sharing my screen, if you will look into the top right-hand side of your screen, you will see a button that says View. The very best way that you're going to experience this event is by putting it on speaker view. That means that when I'm not sharing my screen and one of our awesome segment sponsors is speaking, they're going to fill up your whole screen and the focus will be on them. So if you would, if you're just coming into the event, welcome. I see a couple of new people. Just make sure you go ahead and set your screen to speaker view. And with that, I'm going to share my screen and we will get started. Obviously, we are heading into spring break season here on the Space Coast in March and April. And so we are very much looking forward to getting outdoors and doing some great things safely as we continue through this pandemic. So I want to just welcome Sea and Ski, Sun Care and Sanitizer, and FPL, both of which are our series sponsorship for this entire thing. So I want to thank them. And with that, I'm going to get started with FPL and ask Mr. Bart Getchins, great friend of the chamber, to unmute himself, introduce what FPL is doing, and then we'll play a video followed by some more information. So Bart, welcome, sir. Thanks for being here.
As always, thank you, Jen, for your partnership. And thank you, everybody, for attending today. I wanted to start off, I'm sure some of you are interested in what happened in Texas with the weather and the power grid and how we plan for it here in Florida. And just so you're aware, Texas is one of 16 states that do have some form of deregulation, meaning you can shop around for your electric provider. Here in Florida, we have a monopoly. We are a regulated utility. So you have Florida Power and Light to provide you with your electrical needs. But being that you have 16 other states and Texas has that deregulated market, this all started with George W. Bush when he was governor, and Rick Perry, and even the current governor welcomed deregulation because they wanted to lower electrical costs. They wanted to be the growth state. They wanted to bring in jobs and attract companies. And of course, electricity is an important part in the manufacturing and industrial sector. So they wanted to bring in a lot of businesses. But in doing so, unfortunately, some shortcuts were taken. They have a wholesale and a retail market in Texas, and it's run by a group called the Energy Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT. So basically what they do is you have a company that generates electricity, and they are contracted by a company that takes care of the customer service, the distribution, and the grid network. It's not all one company with one direction, one executive looking and saying, here's the decisions we're going to make. So what happened there, especially with the bills, as you can imagine, you have the ability to sign up for something called wholesale. So in the summertime, you can just lay off. It's almost like a time of use rate. You pay different rates during the different time of day, and they notify you of what the rates are. But for example, what in Texas, what would have used, let's say over about 4 or 5 days, you probably would have used about 500 kilowatt hours of electricity. That would have cost you around $30. And instead, because you're on this wholesale rate, it costs many people $9,000, $15,000 for 1 week or 5 days worth of electricity. So a lot of people wonder, well, what is Florida Power and Light doing to prevent something like that? Well, first of all, you are on a rate that is fixed. So you would not have these surges or anything like that on billing. The only thing, you use more power, you're going to pay for more power. But we are highly regulated by the Florida Public Service Commission. And there's a lot of benefits to that because they look, and if we try to take shortcuts or anything like that, they're going to say, everything we do has to be approved by them. So if we come to them and say, well, we'd like to do this, and they say, well, it's good for you, but not for the customer, it's not going to happen. But when you have 5.1 million customers, they look out for the big picture and say, is this good? Is this going to continue the continuity of service for our 5.1 million accounts, not just customers, probably 10 million customers. So in Texas, they have their own grid. What does that mean? They really don't buy or sell power, nor is it available to them. when they have an emergency. We, however, are part of the grid. We don't have any opportunity to buy from the west or east because of where we're located. We're kind of like a sandbar, but we certainly are part of the grid coming in from the north. And as you sometimes go to the Orlando International Airport, you'll see that big power line. That actually is part of the grid that runs all the way up to Georgia. And at any time, we can be sending power or they can be sending power to us, depending on the rates. But keep in mind, there are 55 electric utilities in the state of Florida. We're 30% below the national average. And when they talk about deregulation, we're comparable to Texas with their deregulation. So I don't know how much more deregulation would benefit us here in the state of Florida. We have annual storm drills. We have a pandemic drill that we've had for years. So we were in a good state to handle any emergencies like that. For winter storms, we've learned a lot of lessons. We've looked at Texas, but we have made the investments not only in our grid, but in our facilities to protect against something like a freeze. You might say, oh, it'll never happen here in Florida, but that's what many said in Texas, because if you've been to Houston or Dallas, it's just as hot as it is here. So for them to have something freak like what they have, you have to plan for that way in advance. Just to give you an idea, 60% of our power lines have now been hardened or undergrounded. So that provides us with a little bit more storm resiliency. We've inspected 1.2 million power poles. We have 155,000 intelligent devices out there that tell us what's going on with the grid, where there's an issue. Sorry, I've got a puppy in the background playing with a toy if you hear squeaking. So our power plants and pipelines are built to withstand severe weather, such as tropical storms and substantial cold weather that other states typically endure. In fact, we have cold weather processes that are implemented before winter to ensure that all protective measures are functioning. This includes verifying the integrity of insulating components for our equipment, pipes, and other infrastructure necessary to generate power. Some of these efforts came about, and if you were here Christmas Day, 1989, we had, especially in the Tri-County area, Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach, we had record low temperatures. And because of that, the thermostat was going the other way. People were using a lot of heating. So you figure if you're warming your house to 68 degrees and it's 32 degrees outside, that's a lot of power being used. So we had to have rolling blackout because we didn't have enough generation. Since that time, we maintain a 20% reserve margin. We have the ability to crank up jet engines that can start up if we lose any generating facilities, if they kick offline or trip offline for whatever reason. So we have the ability to provide you with power. Not going to say something freak couldn't prevent that, but we do have things in place. Another program we have is our load control program. We contract with a lot of the schools and the hospitals that have backup generation. It's very rarely been invoked, but if we need power, they can go over to generator. They get the credits on their bill, whether we use the program or not. We haven't used it very much at all, but also water heaters and pool pumps and air conditioner. If you're not on that program, take a look out at it. It's called their on-call program. Also, you hear a lot about the renewables out in Texas, that they failed. Well, here in Florida, first of all, we don't anticipate much snow, but it could happen. I mean, a freak event like this, it could happen. The way our panels are fixed, they're pointed towards the sun so they can get the most exposure. The heat would pretty well take care of that quickly. But out in Texas, you had not only the panels were covered with snow, but also the wind turbines were freezing up. So it's been a complete disaster out in Texas, but we are in much better shape here. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat room and I'll be glad to answer them. And now we'll show a video. So Jen, if you want to go to the video, please.
Absolutely. And Bart, we are very puppy and kid friendly on virtual events. So I'm glad that they were making an appearance.
There is always a better way, and we will always chase after it. We're building a cleaner energy future with millions of solar panels generating clean energy from our Florida sun. We have the world's largest battery storage facility. Soon, solar energy will never sleep. We've made the grid smarter and stronger, putting more of our neighborhood lines underground. And we're finding new ways to locate damage even while we're still experiencing the storm's effects. Because we see restoration happening faster and sooner. We're investing in energy that's not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable, with bills among the lowest in the nation. Because as we see it, the horizon is always moving, and to chase it is to deliver America's best energy value for you and for Florida.
Oh, great commercial. Again, we're 30% below the national average in cost. We are 30% below with our emissions and getting cleaner with more investment in clean energy and reliable. So as you continue to see throughout the county, there's more and more investment from your electric bills. We take that money, it's being reinvested back into this community. So with that, I just want to say once again, God bless Geo, God bless the Chamber, all of you, and Brevard County. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Bart. We so appreciate FPL and all of your support of the Chamber, our small businesses, and for what you do for the state. And as someone who has both family and best friends in Texas, I appreciate that recap of what happened there. Next, we're going to move on to our second series sponsor, who fits the bill perfectly for a Get Outdoors event. You're going to need both sunscreen and hand sanitizer while you're enjoying the outdoors these days. So with that, I'd like to introduce Jessica Slater, who's with Sea and Ski Sun Care and Sea and Ski Sanitizer, and then we'll play a video from Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jen. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for having us today. We're going to do a little improv. I had stuff set up in the conference room, and our internet is not cooperating today, so I'm back in my crazy, chaotic office like this morning. So I will try and grab a couple products to show y'all after the video, and we'll just do what we can around here amidst our construction.
Cross Brands Contract Filling is a manufacturing facility new to Melbourne, Florida that produces cosmetic skincare and FDA-regulated products not only for the company itself, but for many other brands throughout the world. Among our schedule of contract fills for client companies, in May of 2016, Cross Brands Contract Filling acquired Sea & Ski, an iconic sun care brand started in the late 1950s, and Reboot, the classic UV protection line. We do statewide delivery of sunscreens with our own fleet of direct store delivery drivers to all of our partner stores within the state of Florida. 2020 began a very challenging time for everyone, and we have been very fortunate to stay in business during the process. With a severe shortage of sanitizer available and being an FDA-regulated facility, we were approached by multiple companies in need of product. Immediately, we began engineering our current line of formulas and were able to supply much-needed hand sanitization products to our local first responders, even Disney. Our mission statement is building a great company from within, with incredible people, quality products, and innovative brands, all in a safe, healthy, positive work environment. We pride ourselves in our core focus of creating safe skincare solutions for all. We invite you to visit our website and social media for more information about us, from a multitude of skincare and hand sanitizer products to the Cross Brands Contract Filling family. From our family to yours, be safe.
So the video shows our brand new facility, and we are certainly a little bit farther away from everybody now, being here in Melbourne. But what the facility allows us to do is absolutely incredible. We're able to produce faster, produce a wider range of products to literally suit every possible need. I know we've brought our 2.4 ounce with the carabiner clip to a lot of events. That'll be one of the things in the giveaway. We have everything from gallon-sized jugs to the 2.4 ounce. We actually just started bottling our 16-ounce aloe instead of just the 8-ounce. The pump makes it extremely convenient. So when you do get burned because you didn't protect yourself, we can help you recover a little bit quicker and a little less painfully. Every single one of our sun care products comes in a 3.4-ounce tube, which is easy to travel. Comes in an 8-ounce tube for economy purposes, and a spray. So if you have kids, the sprays are so much easier and more convenient than trying to chase them down the beach or through a campground and smear lotion all over them, because that doesn't work out so well. I know that for my own grandkids. One of our most popular, I'm so excited about, our sanitizer spray. Again, super easy if you're out and about on a there we go. Thanks, Cheryl. It dries so fast. And so again, it helps tremendously with the kids. Got to keep them clean, keep them safe. So we have all of those for convenience purposes. And we actually unintentionally got into the dispenser business. We're working with a company in Texas to get in the most high quality dispenser that we possibly could. If you've used these dispensers in any number of facilities, they get clogged, the gel, it just gets disgusting from sitting in a low-end dispenser. So we can customize if anybody's looking for that for their business. We're actually working with a few local larger businesses that I won't mention yet. So hopefully you'll be seeing ski all over the place, and hopefully our solar panels will actually be installed here in the next month or so. So we're looking to go green as well. So if you guys need any information, business to business, we do a lot with local businesses. Any of our retail stuff can be found online, from a single 2.4 ounce to large quantity. We can ship businesses pallets. That's what we do with Disney all the time. And we are fully FDA regulated. Construction's coming along very nicely. I can see out my window. So we're hoping to have our ribbon cutting in the new facility and be able to invite anybody in and take a tour of what we do here. So thanks for having us, and have a great weekend, guys.
Thank you. We can't wait to do that ribbon cutting, and thank you so much for your series sponsorship. While we have you, do you want to go ahead and set up what is in your spring break giveaway package, and Cheryl will pull a name for one lucky winner.
Sure, absolutely. We have I'm actually going to put a ton of different products in there. So you will get a handy dandy backpack to carry with you on the beach or in your kayak or whatever. And a variety of sun care and sanitizer products. So, and if there's something specific that somebody's looking for, whoever the winner is, just shoot me an email and I'll make sure to include whatever specific item you're looking for.
Awesome. And for this particular giveaway, you are going to come to the Chamber office in Merritt Island at 400 Fortenberry Road. So if you're the winner, please come pick it up anytime from Monday on at the Chamber office. And Cheryl has got the bucket. May the odds be ever in your favor. We all need sanitizer.
All right. And the winner is Brittany Johnson.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations, Brittany.
Thank you.
Awesome. You can come pick it up on Monday or later at the Chamber office in Merritt Island.
Okay. Well, I live in Apopka.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm not in the area.
Put your information in the chat and we will figure it out and get it to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
just a short drive. Come on.
We're happy to ship it as well. So I can shoot you an email. We can ship anything. Not worried about that. We'll figure it out.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And can I say just really quickly, Jessica, I'd love it. I actually posted in the chat my personal cell number for everyone and everything. But I'd love it if you and I could connect, because we've actually been looking for local skincare like sunscreen and such to bring into the bike shop. So bit of a shameless plug there, but might as well take the opportunity while we're all on the call.
Absolutely. I will email you shortly.
Awesome.
There's two things that the Chamber of Commerce is all about: shameless promotion and forging partnerships. And we just watched that happen live. So if everyone could just promote that, what the Chamber does, you just saw it in action. Okay, moving into our edition sponsor today, we are so excited to have Rockledge Gardens on as our edition sponsor. And we have the lovely Liz Lark-Riley with us today. She's going to talk for just a few minutes while I cue up the video. Hi, Liz.
Hi. Really happy to be here and glad to hear from Bart about our system here in Florida. I am from Texas and my entire family is there. So I've been in communication with them as they have gone through the worst week of their lives. So really grateful to hear everything that FPL is doing. Also delighted to hear from Jessica about the aloe. Segue into the power and beauty and healing of plants. At Rockledge Gardens, if you haven't stopped by, we are right in the middle of the county. We are on 5 acres. It is a great way to get outdoors and to experience some beauty and some magic. And an announcement to those of you who are not our customers and who don't get our e-newsletter already, but my mother and father-in-law, Kevin and Teresa Riley, who have been the owners and operators of Rockledge Gardens for 45 years, are looking toward retirement. So we are in the process of seeking the next stewards of Rockledge Gardens. So a few updates, and the video that you are going to see was created for a virtual tour where Rockledge Gardens was one of only 4 garden centers nationally to be selected for American Hort's virtual retail tour. Actually, it was international because one of those garden centers was in South Africa. So it was a really big honor to be a part of this. We had a lot of fun making this video. It's about 14 minutes long, so strap in and I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, grab a snack. There's a great reason because there's so much to showcase with Rockledge Gardens. So I'm going to go ahead and share that video now. Enjoy.
Rockledge Gardens is the best part about this area.
Welcome to Rockledge Gardens.
So Rockledge Gardens started in 1960. It was founded by my dad, Harry Whitty. He was previously running a bulb packing business, and then over the years he evolved it into a garden center as he saw needs develop for plant production. I am the youngest of 6 children. All of my brothers and sisters took turns working either in the bulb business or the early years of the garden center business. I started working here myself when I was just in junior high, and then in high school I met my husband, Kevin, and got him his first job here picking weeds.
Still picking weeds. Teresa's dad was a great teacher. Biggest thing we learned and try to carry on is that you never sit still. You always evolve, always try to make what's the next best thing we can do.
Kevin and Teresa were instrumental in the restructuring and redesign of the property. They began the practice of integrating permanent plantings into the displays. This was a great way to showcase mature specimens, and over time, it really set us apart by giving us a botanical garden feel. The last time we counted, which was a few years ago at this point, we had over 200 mature specimens planted here on property. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more now. There's this gorgeous pecan tree behind me next to our farmer's market that got planted by accident in the 60s. It actually rooted itself through the rusted out bottom of its metal nursery container, and now it's probably 100 feet tall. We have this peaceful little tucked away Asian garden with stunning bamboo and jasmine. People love to take photos there. We have a beautiful Arabian lilac. We've actually started to propagate it now because we can't find it anywhere from our growers, and people ask about it all the time. What Teresa and Kevin have done by putting so many plants in the ground is nurture a sense of history and beauty. as the plants have grown up around us, so has the community. It's not just plants for sale in rows. It's a place that people come to learn and celebrate and commemorate major life events. It's just an incredible place to find peace and joy. From this beautiful setting, we've looked for more and more ways to invite the community in. We host classes and workshops. These days, most of them are virtual, more on that later. And our annual Fall Festival and Fairy Garden Festival have become treasured tradition for so many young families in our community, and the local artists and makers as well. All of this is driven by Kevin and Teresa's huge hearts and how they value the community. I love being part of this family.
Rockledge Gardens has been a very important part of my life because it has been our family's whole life. Grew up at Rockledge Gardens and spent all of our Saturdays here and started picking weeds and doing whatever it was that we needed to help with. And I have to say, growing up, I feel like I resented Rockledge Gardens a little bit because it's all we did. And we would go on vacations and all my parents would talk about were what plants were around us. And I was like, oh my gosh, all you guys do is talk about plants. And then I moved away from home for 10 years and I was gone. And when I came back, I developed a whole new appreciation for the business because I saw how special it was to have a family business and how cool it was to be providing this amazing thing with gardening for other families. And I feel like I really had to mature into realizing what it was we have here. And now I'm a crazy plant lady.
In 2011, I married Kevin and Teresa's oldest son, my husband Joseph, right here in the gardens. Our wedding planted a seed that would eventually lead to us converting 8,000 square feet into the Harry and Mary Whitty Learning Center, an outdoor education and celebration venue that has been the site for numerous classes and workshops, as well as 125 weddings since 2017.
My name is Jessica Castillo, and I am the Wedding and Events Director at Rockledge Gardens. We started doing weddings at Rockledge Gardens in spring of 2017. Most of our couples that want to get married at Rockledge Gardens are very into nature, wanting to be surrounded by greenery. They like that we're a non-traditional venue, and we are a little bit more playful and fun. Our venue includes a 2,000 square foot covered pavilion for receptions, our ceremony lawn and gardens, a fire pit, a wedding suite for getting ready, and a tiny memorial garden dedicated to Teresa's mom. When we bring our couples in for tours, we walk them through the gardens, we show them the event space, what a day of their event could look like. When they have their wedding here, they bring along 50 to 100, sometimes even more, new customers that will continue to come here for years and years after building the memories of having a special day here. Something I hear often during tours is, wow, this is so beautiful. I had no idea this was back here. The transition from day to night for an event is really magical. We have string lights, it gives it a nice, warm, ethereal vibe that a lot of people don't expect. We also host a lot of public events geared towards bringing our community together, like our Fairy Garden Festival and Fall Festival. We also do some low-key after-hours events like Love in the Gardens around Valentine's Day, an Earth Day Sip and Stroll, or a Spring Fling event, Moms in the Garden, and Lights, Wine, and Cheese around Christmas time. Our event space is named the Harry and Mary Whitty Learning Center after our founders, Harry and Mary Whitty. They were very passionate about education, so we use that space also to hold classes, workshops, seminars, basically anything that'll make them more successful with their gardens. This year in 2020, we've had to get a little bit more creative with how we handle our educational events. We've started to do things that are geared more towards online participation. I think our community is really grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow in a safe and convenient way.
Another way that we foster community is through our farmers market. The market began in 2012 when Teresa had a dream to grow fresh local produce and to partner with local farmers and vendors to bring delicious local food here to Brevard County.
I grew up coming to Rockledge Gardens. We would come and play on the playground here, my brother and I, when we were kids. This building along US 1 was the original checkout building. In 2019, we completed renovations, and now this building is exclusively the farmers market. We feature products from local farms, including produce, dairy, meats, eggs, and then our local vendors. The market for our local community is a great place to come together and celebrate Florida and all of its beauty. Florida is a really hard place to grow edibles. Our growing calendar is basically opposite to other parts of the country. Here we have an opportunity to educate people about what grows when and why we have what we have available at what times. Working with a wide variety of farmers, we're able to showcase a lot of different types of produce, including dirt farmers like Paul Thomason, who grows amazing beets and carrots, cucumbers, kales and lettuces. And then we work with hydroponic farmers who grow indoors, like the Fletcher family, who does amazing greens, herbs, kale, and hydroponics grown in a greenhouse. So we're seeing seasonally grown greenhouse vegetables coming from Alex Gomez at Pure Produce. He does incredible cucumbers, tomatoes, herbs as well. Working in the farmers market is incredible because I get to have a very tangible impact on the local community. I see people coming here each week to pick out their groceries and get to hear about their meal plans and what they're doing and how they're celebrating the changing in the seasons. And having that impact on the community where they can see the importance of where their food comes from is amazing.
The other thing I'm especially proud of here at Rockledge Gardens is our team. Over the years, and especially in recent months, we've worked really hard to foster the very best team that we have ever had. I've made it a personal mission to create the most supporting, challenging, and fun work environment that I possibly can. I want to create a team culture of candor, compassion, and creativity, where everyone is using skills that they're excited about, learning more, becoming their absolute best selves, and I want everyone to know how valued they are.
Rockledge Gardens, I think, is a very amazing place. Rockledge Gardens is fun.
My favorite part about my job is the people that I work with. We really do have an amazing team here, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Rockledge Gardens is one of the reasons why I've stayed around for so long. Being here, being a part of this community is amazing.
Oh, my coworkers are great. And the job, what better place to work than being surrounded by beauty all day?
It just kind of feels like the more you know about this place, the more you know about everywhere else.
My favorite thing about working at Rockledge Gardens probably is the opportunity to grow.
The people at Rockledge Gardens and the owners really care about their customers and about people and about the area.
I feel very much at home when I'm here. It's a very peaceful, calming, and fun environment.
I've learned about all kinds of things. Learned about myself.
I love learning as I help people, because as I'm helping them, I'm learning new stuff too.
I can't even put into words how important and priceless that is to me, to understand and really develop my role in the world around me. I feel like anyone is on that hunt in life, and I found it here when I started working here, and that's really special.
16 of our team members are Florida certified horticultural professionals, and several members of our team have just such a wealth of knowledge that comes from years of experience.
I've been working at Rockledge Gardens for almost 17 years.
I've been working at Rockledge Gardens now for 20 years.
So I've worked at Rockledge Gardens for 23 years now, going on 23 years.
I'm really proud to be able to say that 100% of our team have amazing attitudes, a passion for plants, and an incredible capacity for compassion toward one another and the community that we serve. Throughout this excruciatingly challenging time, they have demonstrated so much resiliency and this attitude of, we can do this. And that's what I want for garden centers all over the world. A team that has your back is everything. From all of us here at Rockledge Gardens.
We're rooting for you.
We're rooting for you.
All right, I think I hopefully speak for everyone when, if I had enough money, I would just buy Rockledge Gardens right now. That video always gives me goosebumps, and you guys are such a staple in the community. So Liz, thank you very much for your Edition sponsorship, and please go see Rockledge Gardens soon. Liz has a wonderful giveaway for one of our lucky winners who's here with us live today. It is a $50 gift certificate, a Rockledge Gardens plant puntee, which you saw lots of them modeling it in the video. I kind of want one of all of them. And then also an Easy Care potted house plant. So this will be available at Rockledge Gardens. We want you to go and see the beauty of the gardens and also pick out your own plant and your own t-shirt. So the winner of this is?
The winner is Jaya.
Yay! Jay, are you on? I saw her. There she is. She's clapping. She's excited.
Yay!
I also just
want
want
to love it. I will be there. Awesome. Thanks.
I also just want to quickly add two things. One, we didn't get a chance for time to go through the credits, but all of the wedding photographers who supplied photos that were used in the video were credited at the end, as well as the music from Free Music Library was credited at the end. I just want to make sure to put that out there because we really appreciate that. And oh no.
There we go. You're back.
I'm back. Sorry, I forgot that one of my plugs, the one that my computer was plugged into, is not a working outlet. Anyway, and also we're hiring. So if you or anyone you know is interested in working with us, I'd love for you to go on.
She froze up a little bit, but they are hiring. Please go to their website and make sure that you go by and visit Rockledge Gardens for more information. Thank you, Liz. Okay, so now we're going to move into, believe it or not, the ending here, the nuts and bolts with our segment sponsors. And so first up is our first highlighted segment sponsor is Shelly, who's here with us from Canaveral Tours. And we're going to hear a quick word from Shelly while I queue up their great video. So Shelly, hi, welcome, unmute yourself and talk about Canaveral Tours.
Hi, so I'm going to be quick because my video is a little long. But I want to thank the Chamber. This is an awesome event and the other ones that you guys have done. And in regards to the earlier comment about you guys are all about partnering, that was one of our success stories is you guys partnered us with the Lighthouse. And we've been doing tours there over 2 years and having a great time. So thank you for that partnership that you got us into. I wanted to, two things. Some of this video is pre-pandemic, so the people don't have masks on. I do want to be clear that, we are taking care of, some of the health risks out at the Lighthouse, the museums, and on our tours and all the things that we need to be doing. So that's there, just not in the video some. And then not in the video because I just got off a meeting this morning with the Lighthouse and I wasn't able to put it in there, but the Lighthouse wants to start a special events tours. So March 17th for St. Patrick's Day, we're going to do trips to the Lighthouse. We're going to kind of rotate people in and out of the Lighthouse on St. Patrick's Day, and Rising Tide and Fish Lips is going to partner with us. We're going to have a Guinness and a Lighthouse Day. So check out our website. We'll put it on Google too. And then we're going to try and continue that with the Lighthouse. So on March 31st, we're going to have an Easter bunny trip. Not sure exactly what the details on that is, but it's the week of Easter. So just stay tuned for that. I believe that's all my notes. So cue up the video.
How
and hope
fun.
you enjoy it.
Thank you so much for mentioning the fact that we helped forge that partnership, because we just love being a part of that, and that's what we do. So here is the video. I hope everyone enjoys, and then we'll do a great giveaway.
Good morning. We are Canaveral Tours, and we love to get outdoors, and we love to take people outdoors. One of our goals is to take people outdoors sweat-free. That just means that you're not going to have to sweat the details. We take care of all the itinerary, we take care of the supplies, where we're going, what we're seeing, and most of all, we take care of the heat of Florida in our van, although in these January and February days, our heater does work as well. We're very proud of our van. A 10-passenger Mercedes luxury coach, and there's not a bad seat in the house with our oversized windows and captain seats. And we have a multimedia experience on every tour. All of our standard tours have a pickup location at the Exploration Tower in Port Canaveral. We do also offer custom pickup and drop-off. So where does our awesome van take you? Well, at Canaveral Tours, we want everyone to enjoy the natural beauty, wildlife, and history of Florida. We offer 2 different tours. Our wildlife tour goes out to the Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge, where we enjoy the natural wonders of Florida. And our Lighthouse and Spaceflight tour takes you on a journey of exploration to the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Since we have this great virtual platform, let me show you some of what our tours offer. Let me tell you about our Lighthouse and Spaceflight tour. The Cape Canaveral Lighthouse is an active working lighthouse located on the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Because it is on a secure facility, we work directly with security to provide clearance for all guests taking a tour. This requires reservations at a minimum of 2 days in advance. We run standard tours weekly, every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. These tours are reserved per seat, so you ride along with other guests. We know some people would rather not share a ride due to health concerns, so we also offer private group tours. It's a 4-hour tour, and we spend about an hour at the Lighthouse. When you're there, you can climb up to the 5th floor inside the lighthouse, as you can see from the stairwell. It's a bit of an arduous climb up, and the Air Force does limit how many floors we can climb up for liability reasons. Make sure you bring closed-toed shoes, and there's a minimum height requirement of 48 inches to climb the lighthouse. The Cape Canaveral Lighthouse Foundation has worked diligently for many years to partner with the 45th Space Wing on the Space Force Station to create the opportunity for people to visit the lighthouse. The people who have spent time and energy making the lighthouse available to guests give our tour an added bonus with their enthusiasm. Dr. Witt is one of those people. He's worked at the Cape for a long time. He's supported the Lighthouse Foundation in their endeavor to open it to the public, and he's written a couple of books about the history of the Cape. Dr. Sonny Witt, what a pleasant surprise. Would you like to say anything?
What would you like for me to say?
About the lighthouse and the history and the Cape. And
well, the one message that you deliver to the community and everybody else visiting is the importance of this lighthouse, and very few people know that or realize that if this lighthouse had not been moved to here when it was, and that 800 acres was government property out to the ocean, there would be no rocket range here. There would be no jobs in the, launching satellites and stuff. And this was all decided in about 1949 or 50.
good morning. How are you? I'm doing great. The docents and the volunteers for the Lighthouse make the visit so special because they really enjoy having people come out and admire their lighthouse.
Well, welcome to our house.
Yeah.
You have to come out and see our museum. We've only been open a short time.
We opened in December 2019, and in March we were shut down until late last year when we reopened again. So it's like a new museum. Come see us.
The Lighthouse Foundation has done an excellent job having built recreations of the cottages where the lighthouse keepers lived.
That's what I have to do. Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning.
Welcome to our Keeper's Cottage.
Thank you.
We've got lots of new items.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is, of course, these bracelets.
All right.
These save a turtle.
Okay, let's see the bracelet.
And they're made in Florida.
Nice.
So they're wonderful. And we also have sea glass things and lots of neat things.
I like the t-shirts. That's kind of my favorite.
Oh, here you go.
We've got plenty options there. And then, of course, the historical books are very nice to have. This is lovely, ladies. What an awesome job in this museum.
We are proud of it.
Photo op with Clinton Honeywell.
And he was a lighthouse keeper at the Cape Canaveral Lighthouse.
We say goodbye to the lighthouse and the volunteers and continue our journey. We have opportunities to get out and walk around at complexes that first launched man into space. Launch Complex 14 was active during the Mercury program, launching the Atlas rockets. And also at Launch Complex 34, where we began launching the Saturn rockets for the Apollo program. Not that we just look at history, we have great views of active pads for the Delta, Atlas, and the Falcon along the way. We visit a space history museum on the tour as well. When available, we have the treat of visiting the Air and Space Missile Museum, located at Launch Complex 26 on the station. There are an array of exhibits, everything from the historic first satellite launched through to a very current and new Space Force exhibit that you can get your picture taken in a Space Force suit. And of course, you certainly wouldn't want to miss the I Dream of Jeannie exhibit. As we wind up our tour, we head back to Port Canaveral and the Exploration Tower. We encourage our guests to stick around the port, grab a bite or a drink at one of the restaurants. You never know what you might see sitting along the port, but there's a good chance that you'll get a glimpse of something interesting. On our wildlife tour, we head out to the Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge. The trip from the port takes about 40 minutes. That gives us time to have one of those multimedia experiences that we were talking about. The Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge is the second largest refuge in Florida, next to the Everglades. And Merritt Island is strategically located on the Eastern Continental Flyway and is a gateway to the Great Florida Birding Trail. These winter months bring a great number of bird species into our refuge for viewing. As entertaining as the birds are, the Wildlife Refuge is more than just a birding refuge. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services have done a great job of keeping up the facilities on the refuge to make it available for visitors year-round, particularly Black Point Drive, which is the most traveled trail on the refuge. The 7-mile trail has multiple habitats, from waterways and salt marshes to the pine and oak hammocks. Wildlife is not scheduled, so we don't get to see the same thing on any visit, although some things are a staple on the refuge, like the alligator. Our wildlife tour has a couple of flavors. We have a 4-hour tour. That tour stays focused mainly on Black Point Drive. We also offer a 6-hour tour, which we realize that can be a long time between meals, so that comes with a picnic lunch along the way. We spend just about as much time on Black Point Drive as our 4-hour tour, but we add a stop at the Manatee Observation Deck and also the Canaveral National Seashore. One of the best things about having the private group on our wildlife tour is the flexibility to change up the itinerary. We can switch up our picnic lunch and stop at a local restaurant. Dixie Crossroads is a favorite, or stop and quench our thirst at the Playland Brewing Company on the way back to port. We can get an early start and take a sunrise tour, or we can take an afternoon tour and watch the sun go down. So what I'd like you to take away from this presentation is that we really do enjoy what we do. And based on our 5-star reviews, so do our guests. One of our best assets is our flexibility. Because we are a small company and we offer private group tours, We can create an itinerary specific to a group's desires and schedule. We have arranged for surprise marriage proposals, family gatherings for birthdays and anniversaries, girls' weekends getaway, high school reunion groups, and we're just waiting for the next request to make another sweat-free tour happen. Thank you for watching and learning more of what we have to offer. Please feel free to contact us the next time you want to get outdoors.
Okay, awesome video. We're going to move on. If anyone has any questions, please type it for Shelly in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and give away 2 gift cards for 1 free seat each on the Lighthouse and Spaceflight tour. Shelly is going to send the winners, the vouchers to you via email. So if you win, please make sure you put your contact information, including your email address, spelled correctly in the chat so that Shelly can send that voucher to you. Thank you very much. All right, Cheryl, we're ready for the winner.
All right, and the winner is Amanda Walker.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yay, thank
Congratulations.
you.
All right, just make sure your information's in the chat and Shelly will connect with you. Thank you so much, Shelly, and thank you, Canaveral Tours. We're now going to move on to Mr. Mark. If you will tap your phone, sir, and unmute yourself. This is Space Coast River Tours, and he's going to be showing us his boat today and a couple other things. So welcome, Mark, from Space Coast River Tours.
Right, we're on.
You're on.
Hey, okay, want to well, welcome you aboard. I'm Captain Mark with my wife Michelle.
Hi there, welcome aboard.
I think the view is okay. We started this business almost 19 years ago. Bought a kind of a broken down boat from a company in Muskegon, Michigan, and had it shipped down. We spent a year with the boat in Cape Marina, and let's introduce the boat there. Okay, this is the Blue Dolphin, and she's 44 feet long. All the comforts of home. We can accommodate 49 passengers. It's very comfortable, all Coast Guard inspected. And what we do is run tours in the Port Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, Merritt Island area. We specialize in seeing the dolphins, manatees, so not so much this time of year, but you know, spring, summer, fall. We're filming on Sykes Creek right now, which is occasionally part of our tour, but normally we go from Kelly Park, Merritt Island, to the locks, go through Canaveral locks and tour Port Canaveral, and then come back, go through Barge Canal. See dolphin about every trip, 99% of the time. So the boats and manatees in the summer. Alligator, we have one that's been hanging around in Barge Canal. It's about 8 to 10 footer, named him Handbag. Seemed only right. So that's always a thrill. But yeah, boat's well equipped. We've got a restroom on board and all the comforts of home. Porta potty. We've got coolers, refrigeration. We do serve snacks during our tour, pretzels, cookies. We've got a soft drinks that are included. First one's a freebie. And also our Saturday tour includes a lunch from Yay Fish Lips restaurant. So we've got 2 boats. Let me show you our second boat, which really happy we have that, because now with this COVID, we have some slow days. So we'll have up to 6 people, 6 passengers on this, and very comfortable, a lot of fun. So get that option as well for small groups. We have the boat has a retractable roof, which is open right now, which is great for events, 4th of July, and you know, this time of year the weather is just starting to warm up, so people want to sit in the sun. We carry blankets, bin of blankets in case it does get a little chilly. And yeah, of course, roll the roof up if it's too hot or it starts to rain. We run Mondays through Saturdays at 1 p.m., Sundays at 3 p.m. The reason for that is we time it so we're in the port when the cruise ships are leaving, but we're looking forward to getting back to those cruise ships being back in the port. Love the business, love the tours, and what else? Yeah, we do the Christmas boat parades. In fact, here Sykes Creek is where the parade ends. This last December, we had some estimates were saying well over 200 boats. So that was pretty exciting. The boats are all decorated. And of course, we're in the parade. And then we do holiday light tours where it's just our boat going on the same route as the parade. So we've had several weddings, birthday bashes, bachelorette parties. Those are always interesting. Well, if this show was R-rated, I'd tell you more about that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Trying to think what else. Yeah, the Saturday tour, we pick up our lunch. We set up a buffet in the back of the boat, and we can continue on with the tour. So like I said, it's dolphins are a sure thing. See them all the time, every tour. And yeah, we've seen bobcat over the years through Barge Canal, a lot of armadillos, raccoons, alligators, always a treat. So trying to think of what else. That might be about it. Yeah.
Well, it's beautiful, Mark. It looks picture perfect out there today.
Yeah, it is nice. This is the time of year. We got spring break coming up, so looking forward to that. That was kind of a sad situation. All the businesses shut down last March and April, and things have been pretty slow, but we're hanging in there. So, but yeah, I want to thank Cheryl and Jennifer for what they're doing. I know a lot of patience involved in doing something like this, technical glitches and what have you. So thank you so much. Pleasure to be on here. And our website, spacecoastrivertours.com. And yeah, hope to see you all on board.
Thank you, Mark. We really appreciate it. And thank you. Nice to meet you. Better half there. Thank you guys so much for both being on. Mark, don't forget to mute yourself back once we're done here. I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of this. We are going to do your giveaway now, which is a gift card for 2 people to go and enjoy a beautiful tour out there. Hopefully you'll meet Handbag, and he won't be a handbag, he'll be in the river still. And so the winner can pick up these 2 gift certificates at the Chamber office in Merritt Island. We do have them already up at the front desk. So if you were the winner, feel free to come by within the next couple hours. We're open till 4, or you can come by next week. So Cheryl, please let us know who the winner is for the Space Coast River Tours giveaway gift card for 2 people.
It is Nancy Brunetti.
Yay!
Yay. Right, Nancy.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you aboard.
Thank you.
All right, she's clapping. She's ready. Please come by Merritt Island and grab it. It is at the front desk with Sandy. And I realize at this point, yep.
One last thing I just want to say, doing these tours has got to be the best stress reliever in the world. You know, just getting out on the water for a couple hours, see people from around the world, and you can tell some people are a little edgy when they get on the boat, and by the time they're done, they are calm and smooth and collected. So, and it's great for kids. We are wheelchair accessible too. So,
Mark, what time should I be down at the dock at the marina and the barge canal for you to pick me up this afternoon?
We've got a special tour tomorrow, actually, with Julie Albert. She's our right whale expert with Marine Resource Council, 10 a.m. at the port.
Wow.
Public docks, and talking all about the critically endangered northern right whale. And we call it the Right Whale Info and Harbor Tour. So she talks all about the whales. She has specimens of what they eat and a lot of information. She's great. We only do that once or twice a year. And then it's a port tour, so which is a total hour-and-a-half trip, $20. And yeah, check out our website, reserve. And then our 1 o'clock tour after that, lunch included. Tomorrow's supposed to be an absolutely gorgeous day. So come on down. We'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. And don't forget to mute back. And that's a good segue, Eva, because you are next. Thank you so much for being a segment sponsor with us. So Village Cycle, which is in the Village, hint, hint, is our next segment sponsor. And so I'll turn it over to Eva, who's with us, to talk a little bit more about what they offer. And I'll also queue up a little bit of we're going to play a couple minutes of a video for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. You know, I have to say that my husband and I was a Florida girl over on the West Coast. And when my husband and I started looking to buy a bike shop, we were living in Canada at the time, and we were looking, I never thought that I would live on the East Coast of Florida. Because as we all know, there's that dividing line somewhere in the middle of the state that Floridians just don't cross. But I have to say that it's been absolutely amazing being down here and seeing the amount of entrepreneurship and partnership, and just it's such an amazing community. We're so happy that we made the change, and we're so happy to be here. I'm going to go through and give you a little bit of a detailed breakdown. It's not just about the Village Cycle Shop, although that's a fairly good piece of it. But it's also talking about, you know, our focus within Cocoa Village itself. One of the things that we've really been working on, or sort of some, you know, some pillars of things that there are to do in Cocoa Village. A lot of people think that it's just these cute little boutiques, or it's the playhouse, or, you know, there's Pub Americana or Osorio's or what have you. When in reality, there is so much more going on and so much more that you can get involved in. We do at the bike shop itself, we have a number of bikes that we offer out for rentals. And we actually have people coming all the way over from Cocoa Beach to rent our bikes from us. And we can help transport them over. We're more than happy to do that. And then, oh, thanks, Liz. Rockledge Gardens is one of my favorite places. I have to tell you, I've learned more in the past 2 years from you guys than ever about gardening. But yeah, so we do have the bike rentals. We also do, you know, we've kind of gotten hit with the downturn of COVID, in that, you know, all of our suppliers, our distributors, their supply chains really been interrupted. So we went through a period where we literally had 5 bikes in the store, and that was all that we could get in. So now they're coming back in. We're starting to rebuild the inventory. We're getting there. It's fantastic. We've branched out. So not only do we sell, service, and rent anything from a cruiser all the way up to an e-bike to a recumbent, but we also have a couple of stand-up paddle boards, inflatables, that we have brought into the shop and have available for rent as well. They come in these awesome carrying packs, so you can take them wherever you would like to go. So if you've wanted to get out on Sykes Creek or Banana River or Indian River or some of these different areas, and you don't want to invest in a paddleboard, you just want to try it out and see how you like it, come on by and see us. We do half day, we do full day, we do week-long rentals if you want. And, you know, we made sure that our prices can't necessarily be as competitive as a Ron John's, just because of the volume that they have. We have 2 compared to the 20 that they have in store. But we are slightly higher than Ron John's and priced better than anybody else in the market for those paddleboard rentals. This coming Sunday, I actually have a girlfriend of mine who's our official model, and we have a gentleman who works out of Carolyn Sell's gallery in the Village, who's a professional photographer and producer, director by trade. And he's going to be helping us with a bit of a photo shoot to showcase, the paddleboards, and also a really cool, I think it's really cool line of clothing that we do in the shop called Aloha Lifestyle Gear. And that's actually my personal brand. I design and hand make every piece in the collection, and it's all geared towards real women. It's activewear, leisure wear, so there's lots of function to it. So Kathy, our model, is going to be wearing some of that out on the paddleboard and around the village for a little bit, showcasing, you know how much fun it is to get on a bike and ride. We are such easy access being across the street from Harrison Park. It's easy to get over on Rockledge Road South and enjoy the beauty of Indian River and the historic homes all along Rockledge Road South and everything as well. So there's a lot of great activity. We're a very outdoorsy community as well in the village. We have the volleyball courts across the street from the bike shop. We've got the park there. We've also got a great little splash pad. If you're looking for it for, your kids, or hey, even for yourself, no judgment. And then we are taking part in the Mayor's Challenge, which is a fitness challenge that's currently going on in and around Brevard County. And one of the things that we have done is about a year and a half ago, our design committee got together and worked with the city and worked with Rockledge Gardens, actually, thank you, Liz, and redesigned and reinvigorated our butterfly garden that is just behind the Porsche house. All of the plants that they put in are native Floridian species that are butterfly and hummingbird attractants. It's absolutely wonderful. So you bring a book. I mean, the Historic Association office is just at the back of the Porsche house, and they said it's amazing how many people come at lunchtime and have their lunch and just sit there and chill and read a book. So if you can't get out on the water with Mark, then that's the next best thing, is to bring your book in and relax for a bit. But we also partnered with the Village Pilates Studio and have created a really cool sort of circuit routine that you can follow as well, of different exercises and things that you can do when you're in the Rotunda area and around the Butterfly Village. So again, just tons and tons that you can do in the village itself. So I really encourage everyone to stop by. I know we're a little bit over time and everything, so I'm cognizant of that. So I'm going to stop talking. I'll just say, if anyone has any questions, like I said, my phone and my Aloha Life email is in the chat box. Or feel free anytime to stop by the bike shop. I'm not always there, but my husband Steve is. And he'll be more than happy to help you out with anything or answer any questions you might have. And the last thing we have here is Jen's got a video that we cut down from its original length. One of the things that Cocoa Village is probably best known for is our craft fair that we do. So we do a fall, winter, and then a spring, summer. The spring, summer one is what's coming up now, and it's a true artisan-based craft show. So if you didn't make it, you can't sell it. I'm actually going to be there. Look for come on by on Saturday or Sunday. I'll be in Harrison Park by the volleyball courts with the big purple tent with the clothing. It's next weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and we have well over 200 vendors that are coming out for it. So it's one of the largest craft markets that we've had. There's lots of social distancing. We've made sure that there's lots of spacing. This will be the third craft market since COVID broke out, and all of them have gone really well, hand sanitizing, you name it. So it's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous day, both Saturday and Sunday next weekend as well, according to the forecast. So like I said, I'll stop talking, reach out. Come on by, ask any questions you may have, or shoot me an email or text. Sorry, Ellen, it is next weekend. Not this weekend, it's next weekend. This weekend is Mardi Gras, if you feel like getting your groove on and throwing some beads. Jen's eyes just went big.
So I'm like, whatever works. Not
There
me.
you go. That sounds like one of the bridesmaids parties on Mark Boat. So
I am gonna play just a couple of minutes. You said, right?
yeah,
Not the
just
whole
cut
thing?
it off.
All
Yeah.
right, here we go. All right.
Awesome. And just so everyone knows, that video is a little bit old. That's obviously pre-COVID. So it's not showcasing the spacing or the masking or anything else like that. But yeah, that's it.
Thank you. No, I appreciate you pointing that out. I hate we have to keep saying that, but you know, it's like pre-COVID, post-COVID, or during COVID. We're all having to be cognizant of that. So thank you very much for your segment sponsorship. Please go see Village Cycle in the Village. The craft fair is next weekend, and we have a giveaway, and then we will get to our last segment sponsor. And thank you for your patience. We just have so much good information. Sometimes we run a little bit over. So this is for a $25 gift card, which you can pick up in the Village at Village Cycle. So please go say hi to Eva or Steve. $25 gift card goes to, drum roll, I don't have the music queued up. There we go.
Deborah Foley.
Yay. Oh, you know what? She just messaged me too that she had to pop off. She was holding on to the very last minute so she could win something. If the group's okay with it, I'll give it to her, but everyone's nodding. Okay. I feel bad. She literally just messaged me and just had to drop. So she'll be excited.
I'm totally cool with that. And you can let her know too that she can use it for anything, like towards a rental, towards anything. So
she will be thrilled. And I couldn't think of a better person. She's on all of our events and really a great supporter. So that's white. That's awesome. I will mention to her to come pick that up from you in the Village. And thank you. Captain Jeanette has been so patient. It's always hard to go last in these events because sometimes we get so excited and have so much great information we run over. But I'm going to now kick it right over to Wildside Tours and Captain Jeanette, who has joined us today. If you will go ahead and unmute and say hello, and I'll cue up your video.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome. Of course, I'd like to thank the Chamber and all their wonderful employees and volunteers. I'm not sure if you got volunteers back yet because of the COVID, but they are great. They help recommend, they answer so many questions. They call me when they run out of brochures because I get busy because of COVID. I had to get another job, a real job, unlike my beautiful boat job. But and I'd also like to thank Dalton Smith with NPI Productions. He made the video for Space Coast Office of Tourism, and they allowed me to use it because it's not my video, because I've been so busy doing another job, because of course we shut down temporarily. We're at wildsidetours.com, and we have cut back capacity because of the pandemic. And did I say the video was made pre-pandemic? It's been a long day. I started like 5:30 in the morning. So with that, I think if you have questions, you can call us, email us at wildsideflorida@yahoo.com, or check us out online, wildsidetours.com. We're in the beautiful Banana River, just south of downtown Cocoa Beach. So there's lots of restaurants to have lunch before or after the tour. You're welcome to bring snacks. We have free water and soda on board. And with that, I'll let you get to the beautiful video.
We'll roll the video. Thank you so much. Here it comes.
Thank you. It's my video. Did I mute?
Today we're in Cocoa Beach at the Thousand Island Conservation Area. Wildside Tours is taking us out for a very unique eco excursion. Let's check it out.
My name is Captain Tanya from Wildside Tours. We're located in Cocoa Beach, Florida. So wildlife that we may see on the tour would be birds, manatees,
Is the video stalled on yours?
Sorry about that, everybody. Major technical difficulties, of course, there at the end. I'm going to try resharing it and then we'll get going from there. One moment.
occasional dolphins. And we cover about 2 miles. We don't have set routes or set speeches. We kind of go with the flow of what's coming for the day. Basically where we are right now, we're in the Thousand Islands Nature Preserve.
So how big is the entire Thousand Island chain?
About 13th Street,
Okay.
all the way up to 520.
Okay.
And so I always say about 5 miles, and I tell people all the time that come here from all over the world, like people come to Cocoa Beach to see our beach. Our beaches are beautiful. They don't realize that this is back here. This is like a hidden treasure.
Literally like a half mile from the ocean, there's this entire preserve that doesn't really get as much credit as it should.
Here's a beautiful osprey. I'm sorry to interrupt, but right here on the corner,
that's
right
epic.
here.
Let's get a shot of this.
Isn't he pretty? There he goes. He has a fish.
He's got a fish. That's
He's
awesome.
got a fish. He's having his breakfast.
I know we were speaking about the Atlantic bottlenose dolphins, which are what we're watching right now. What were we watching on the surface?
We saw them over in the shallow water. It's probably like 1 to 3 feet deep out there, and they were feeding a little bit when you saw the water like wrestling around a little bit. They were chasing fish, and then they kind of like cruised over here, and they were just like swimming, you know, just leisurely swimming.
They seem very curious. Doesn't seem like they're very shy of you guys. Wow, did they just blow up right behind us?
Yes. What is that? Oh!
So mid-interview, we just saw all of these dolphins blowing up on the surface. What in the world was that?
They just started to play.
That's them having fun?
Yeah, so that we're kind of talking about that. Like they'll just be swimming, and then the next thing you know, they'll be doing something else. You never know what they're gonna do.
Well, it's amazing that the Space Coast, where everybody's thinking about rockets and the beach, is actually one of the most diverse wildlife ecosystems on the eastern seaboard, if not in the country. You know what my favorite part is right now? We're just casually just having these dolphins just lead the way as we're having a conversation.
We call it being escorted out by dolphins.
Is this like a common thing?
Yeah.
It's like the daily regular for you?
Yeah. It really is. I would say 99% of the time.
That's amazing. That was an absolutely incredible experience. I'm blown away by all the wildlife, especially the dolphins. Make sure you add this to your list for your next visit to the Space Coast. See you on the water.
Awesome. I am so sorry about the technical difficulties. I was somehow kicked out of our Zoom, but I'm glad we got it back up and running, and we're still recording, so everyone will be able to see it. So if anyone has any questions for Captain Jeanette, please let us know. We are so grateful to Wildside Tours for doing this today, and appreciate your patience because I know we ran over. But Jeanette does have a gift card for 2 tours, 2 seats on a tour for Wildside Tours. She is going to email it to the winner. So I will have Cheryl draw from the bucket of one of our patient online viewers that stuck it out here till the end, and make sure your email is in the chat. We will be capturing all of the chat and sharing it with our participants today, so you have everyone's contact information. So Cheryl, if you will go ahead and pull the winner for Wildside Tours. And if she's frozen, I'm going to make sure she pulls it and lets me know who is winner.
The winner is Nicole.
Nicole Fuhrer. There she is. She's waving. Yay. Nicole, if you will please put, I appreciate your patience waiting until the end. If you will please put your email address and contact information in the chat, and Captain Jeanette will grab that and she will email you your prize. And she put her phone number in there as well to call. Okay, with that, I'm not going to belabor the point because we did go way over, but I hope you will agree that we had fantastic information here today, and all of these businesses need your support. So please make sure you go and visit all of them. And I want to thank you again so much, FPL and Sea and Ski, our series sponsors. Thank you to Rockledge Gardens, our edition sponsor, and of course, all the great segment sponsors you just heard from. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and please remember to support local business. Thank you so much. Cheryl, you can go ahead and hit stop.